can be achieved while acknowledging it won't happen overnight. Stay on Good Morning Orlando.
Now on FM 94.1, still on FM 93.1, News Radio WFLA Orlando, and still on AM 540. And now for our weekly look at legal issues in the news with our in-house legal expert, Attorney Tom Olson. This is Olson on Law.
Alan Spector here, and every Thursday at this time we do bring you Olson on Law with longtime Orlando attorney Tom Olson. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Alan and crew and WFLA listeners.
Before we get started, Tom, I wanted to remind folks they can actually see a visual presentation of this feature on our Facebook page, News Radio WFLA Orlando. You can see video of Tom and me conversing. You can see how dressed up I am for this morning's segment with my New York Yankees t-shirt on. Yeah, very impressive. Our topic this morning is the fence. The fence between you and your neighbor's house. It's been there for years, and our question, Tom, this morning, who the heck owns that fence?
Alan, at the end of the day, it comes down to what a survey of the property would say. So if a survey is done and it shows that the fence is on your neighbor's property, that fence belongs to your neighbor. If the survey shows it's on your property, it belongs to you. Occasionally, Alan, I've had a client before that said, Tom, I know it's my fence, and yet my neighbor had a survey done showing that the fence is on my neighbor's property. What do I do? Well, my response to that caller is that they should get their own survey, because remember, two different surveyors can come up with two different opinions about where the fence lies.
So let's say, Tom, my neighbor puts up a fence, and later we discover the fence is actually on my property. Do I own it? Can I take it down if I want to?
You do. If it sits on your property, it is your fence to do with as you please, including taking it down if you want to.
All right. So how do the fence installers handle this kind of situation?
So the fence installers will ask for a copy of your survey. They'll find the corners of your property. Usually there are iron stakes there, and they'll pull a string between the corners. And when they build your fence, they're going to build it 6 inches to a foot inside that property line to make sure that that fence is sitting on your property.
All right, Tom. So you pay for a new fence, and it's 1 foot on your property line. Now your neighbor mows that 1 foot, plants a garden on that 1 foot. Will your neighbor become the legal owner of that 1 foot?
People want to know that question, Alan, and the answer is no. That property will always belong to you because you pay real estate taxes on that 1 foot. No matter what your neighbor does with it, mowing it or putting a garden on it, that 1 foot will always belong to you.
Pal, those tomatoes are mine. If you have legal questions, Tom will be happy to answer them on the Olson on Law show, which is heard Saturdays at 1 p.m. on News Radio WFLA Orlando. Tom, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
And we will see you next time. And remember, for all of your legal needs, call the Olson Law Group in Orlando. Good morning, Orlando.